Hello, welcome to my channel. Today, the time now is 5:13 p.m. Saturday, the 26th. My topic today is about people with identity crisis that think they somebody else and they're not. And I must give praises to the Most High. And before I do anything, now I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want nobody to get mad because I have Latino and Puerto Rican friends that are very nice people. But I think a lot of y'all misinformed. Like I know some Puerto Ricans don't get along with Dominicans, and actually, you're really the same people. Whether you want to believe me or not, um, they brought slaves to Puerto Rico, and the same slave they brought to Puerto Rico, they took them to the Dominican Republic. Now, on another note, I got a little um, upset when I was watching this show. The man was interviewing. He went to different countries. He go to different countries, and he went to Africa. They got a bad perspective on African Americans and Dominicans. They have a bad perspective on Black Americans. And even though they keep saying they Dominican, you still have black in you. I don't care because you have people in the Dominican Republic look just like a Black American, and when you see the people like, yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all a mixed person, and people have y'all believing that y'all from this tribe and you really the same person. So what I'm trying to say, like Puerto Ricans, most of them, not all of them, but I know Puerto Ricans don't even think they be telling me that Chinese is not alive no more. I know because they got wiped out 475 years ago. And I keep meeting women and stuff saying they Taino Indians when they don't realize Taino Indians, that's not even the right word for them. The real word for Taino Indians is Taino. And they wasn't, it was an all men tribe. There wasn't no women in the tribe. So I don't know why some women keep saying that. And another thing, when you say you're an Indian, like in Puerto Rico, you got something in you, but it's not Taino Indians and stuff like that. Because those Indians got wiped out, and you got something else in because all kind of people came to Puerto Rico, so y'all mixed with everybody practically that came there. Uh, I never been there, but my friend have. He said they got Chinese in Puerto Rico, all kind of people. So that's the proper word for it. And it's another tribe. I'm gonna look them up. They had a women tribe and a man tribe. The man was called Taino, not Tainino. That's something that the Spanish did when they came there. And like in the Dominican Republic, I was watching a whole documentary about them, and I know some African American people got offended because they don't want to. They don't want to be black. Not saying that you have to say that you're black, but you're mixed with them, no matter how you sugarcoat it, because they want to stand out more to white America. They want to be accepted by white people, not black people, and it's a shame how people think that everybody is the same. You cannot say one just because you have a bad running with some African American. That's an individual. You can't say the whole race is bad. And that's what they do. Africans do the same thing. I watched it to them, and a guy was interviewing them, and see they don't even care about what happened here when African Americans get killed by people. They don't care because they figure, well, they my people. They are related to y'all because how you think they got in this country. You got African Americans that look straight up like they from Africa and they don't be from there. And it's bad when they dye their hair blonde, trying to be a European descent person. Yeah, you got white in you. That's like I keep telling them when they say I'm Spanish. You're not from Spain. You're Spanish speaking, but you're not from Spain, so you can't say you're Spanish. You're Spanish speaking. That's what I'm trying to tell people, but some people don't listen to that. And even in the Dominican Republic, I don't think there's no more Indians there. All them Indians got wiped out. I mean, completely off the wiped from the face of them from the map. So I don't mean to defend anybody. And Dominican Republic share an island with Haitian, and they ain't gonna tell me that a lot of them is mixed with Haitian, and I know, which I know they is because it's the same island. I had a friend in Brooklyn. His mother was Dominican, and his father was Haitian. Those are the names that was given to you, just like they did Black Americans, Native Americans. That's why some Native like to be called indigenous. That means original people of the land. All these names was given to you. And when I say I don't like foreigners, I didn't say I hate them. I don't like certain ones because um, I've been harassed by them. Even when I try to get, I'm not saying all Latinos like that, but I tried to get a job when I was in New York. I was in a shelter because we had lost our apartment, and we had to stay in a shelter. So I went to the Kennedy Airport to try to get a job in a department that was there. The people that was in charge, everybody in there was Latino. It was like a cleanup crew, and they didn't want to hire me. So a Haitian guy pulled me to the side. So they're not gonna hire you. I said, why? Because the way you look and you're an Indian, and they wouldn't hire me. So I got mad and started knocking over things. So the lady said, you better leave, or they call the police. So I left. That wasn't right. That's what I'm talking about. It'll be a person that discriminated against you before a white person would, because they think they like Indians call them apples. You know, like say if a Native American trying to be white, we call them an apple. When you bite the apple, what color would it be on the inside? That's why they call apples. That's why you see some Indians. I'm not one of your bought apples. Same thing with a coconut. When you say coconut, people think it mean that he's a coconut because he comes out. No, they call him a coconut because he's trying to be something he's not. When you bite a coconut, what color's on the inside? He's trying to be a European descent person. Even though there's like a lot of people preach a lot of stuff, and they be standing thinking they straight up black. All of them is mixed. They ain't gonna admit that to you. They go to my DNA don't work. Yes, it does. If the DNA didn't work, how come they can catch murderers and stuff now and test your blood and see who you are? Because in the Bible it said nations would rise up against other nations, and nations would steal other people's identity. That's what happened with the Indians. People stole their identity. Now they're trying to erase Indians off the face of the map, like I said in my other video. And I'm not gonna let that happen because I know what I am and I'm proud of it. I don't care what people say and stuff like that. Yeah, I got Asian in me. I'm not gonna deny it, but I'm still a native by my mother. You go by your mother. Some people think you go by the man. You go by what your mother is, and that's why I was trying to correct people. I've I've been discriminated. Me and my wife was in Walmart. Jamaican guard was there. You know how they check your ticket before you leave the store? He didn't ask the white lady in front of us for her ticket. He let her went through, but when we got there, he asked for the ticket. Then you have some Latinos. They think because they look a certain way that they don't have black in them. Yes, they do, and stuff like that. You could have a black American that look straight up like he's Puerto Rican and he's not Puerto Rican. He's a mulatto. That's what a Puerto Rican is. He's a mulatto. If you don't know what the word mulatto mean, it means like somebody's mixed. It can be a person mixed with white and black. Same thing. That's why a lot of people they see a Native American Indian. Sometimes you will be looking at them and you be looking at a person that's mixed. I'm not trying to badmouth, but I'm just trying to clear the airways because all this stuff it's prophesied in the Bible. It's true. When they said people want to steal people's identity, that's what people trying to do. They try to steal the natives' identity and erase them from the planet. Like this girl I spoke about before, she got something against the natives that live on a reservation. She trying to say they not Indians, that they white and Chinese person mixed. And if that's the case, how come Indians got over to 30 or 40 to 50,000 dialects that they speak and it's still spoken today? Maybe not all of them speak the language, but most of them do. Keep it alive. That's why like I dress like this to keep my culture alive. My mother was a shorty, straight up. And girls, you very dark to be Indians. Look, Indians come from light to chocolate to dark brown and light again. So you have that in every race. People always say to me, "Oh, You sure it's dark to be an Indian, and I'm not ashamed of anything I am. And I told this girl, I said, not to prove anything. You had to prove nothing to nobody. It's like if you can break a board with your hand, you had to prove to nobody. You know you could do it. So why you had to prove to somebody that those are a-holes. That you had to prove nothing to nobody. When they did my DNA, I had 1% African American blood in me. The rest is all Native and Asian. That's what I am. I had that done, and I can show you, but I'm not have to show y'all anything. And when I talk, people say, "Hey, you don't talk like an Indian." I don't. My mother came from the Midwest. I was born somewhere else in Jersey, but I'm still an Indian. I'm just not a reservation Indian. My mother was, but I know who I am. I know who my father is. I know who my father's father is. Some people don't know that, and people keep trying to pretend that they Indian. These people walking around today, if you was Native American, well, how come none of y'all in all 50 states speak native language? Yeah, you can learn a native language. That still don't make you an Indian. That's what a lot of people do. They think if they learn a language, they can get over on somebody. But that's not the case either. But getting back to Africa now, when a man was interviewing them, he asked her would she date a black American. She said it quick. No, because I've worked with them in Fox with a lot of people from Nigeria or Kenya. They do not like black Americans because I experienced that. And I don't know why. And they always saying that, oh, we see what they do on television. That's what they portray on television. What about the people that get shot down the street? They ain't doing it. I guess you wouldn't like them either. So they could say we could say the same thing about y'all country. But I know because y'all the ones started the slave trade way before the Europeans came there. Then when the Europeans came there, y'all started slave trade with him to catch smaller tribes so he wouldn't bother y'all. Y'all the ones suck up to those type of Europeans. And when everybody keeps saying that all Europeans deserve to die, I mean deserve to be in slavery, what? So that mean none of y'all gonna be perfect? Not all that mean y'all perfect. Then ain't none of y'all up there preaching can go to hell too. Cause some people think if they preach the Bible 20 times a day, that gonna make you go to heaven. Hell no, it won't either. The main person you think ain't going to heaven, that's the one that would get in. And the person that pray and think he's doing everything right, he might not even get in. That's why when people tell people to bow down, I would never bow down to another man. I don't care if it's my brother. You supposed to bow down to God, not no man. Just because you full of hatred and hate people, I ain't bow down to nobody. Yeah, my grandfather was Asian. I'm not gonna be ashamed to say it, but I'm still an Indian and stuff like that. People try to act like they pure this, pure that. Ain't nobody hardly pure unless you got neighbors that live somewhere in Central America that never even interact with other people. So those Indians are still pure. They don't hardly they never mix with other people. Not that's a bad thing, but like everybody's claiming to be native because they think they're gonna get something out of it, like a casino or money or something like that. That's why when people ask me, "Oh, you one of them Indians from the casino?" I said, "No, I'm not a rich Indian. I'm poor, but I'm rich at heart. I'm rich in my mind with God. So that's all I need. I don't need all this stuff that's like YouTubers always try to get clout. They try to pretend they don't. They know they want somebody to interact with them, even no matter how many times they say it, because they want that reaction. If they didn't get a reaction, then they would have a video. And when they don't get no reaction, they have bothered the person, and then and they do it so in their mind they don't build up. I'm not harassing him. It's like a person can kill somebody, and in his mind, he think he's right. He can even pass a lie detector test. That's how much he don't convince himself he didn't do it, and his mind would, would recover everything he's saying, and it looked like he's telling the truth. Because in his mind, he do believe he didn't do it. That's how a lot of murderers beat the polygraph test. But in his mind, he don't will it in his mind that I didn't do this. And they won't show uh, no reaction in the lines that they read. But getting back to these Africans, the way that they talked about them, and the reporter was being so nice to the lady, but I could tell she don't like Black Americans. I think they hate them. And but everybody come here always trying to copy their lifestyle and copy Native American lifestyle. To me, I'm not being a racist, but the only two people got right to this country is the people born here as slaves and the indigenous people that was already here. Now everybody said we was already here. I said, if that's the case, why you don't speak the language? I speak some of mine, but my mother spoke it fluently, and my mother spoke Asian. She spoke her native language from where where her father came from, and that's what I'm trying to say. When then he said that I would want to live in America. She just saying that if somebody gave us something free, she'd bring her butt over here with the quickness. Everybody down America, but all walks of life and all asses in this country. And like I said before, they think that they are white because I was watching Girl YouTube channel. They want to appeal to white America, not black people. That's why they don't want to be want somebody to say that they black. We already know what the answer is to a white with a white supremacist. He don't give a damn. You say you Dominican. He said, okay, you Dominican, but you still black. He gonna say that. Just like JC had that song out when she said, my skin is black. He said, then no matter what you do, you could be a multi-billionaire. They still call you nigga. Y'all try to get blue contact lenses and dye your hair blonde. You don't want to be accepted as black. The same thing with the Dominicans. When she said all that stuff, I got annoyed because it's like you saying that it's better to be somebody you're not. Y'all trying to take on a white person identity. That's why y'all, like the girl said, she said she want to appeal to white society. That's messed up. Even though the person may be a black American, I guarantee you, deep down somewhere, he's related to you too. That's why y'all should knock this stuff over until because y'all speak Spanish. That still will make you white. I had a friend from Spain. He can say he's Spanish. He's from Spain, and he speak the correct Spanish. Not that I'm rubbing the people's face. When I worked at this Indian store in New York, this guy from Spain and the two girls was in the store working with me, worked the cash register. I was securing the store. One was Puerto Rican, one was Dominican. When they spoke Spanish to him, he didn't understand their Spanish. He said it's broken. He said mine is not broken. So when he spoke his Spanish back, I think the girls that she only understood about 3 or 4, 5, 6 words. And when y'all say, he said, what is this mira? She said, mean, look, in Spain it's called mirror. That means like you looking in a mirror. So that means it's broken. Like what I was saying before, so I like to talk about things, not to upset nobody, but I'm just telling it like it is. And some people don't like when you tell the truth. And we even seen on television, this guy was Puerto Rican. He was living in Puerto Rico. They asked him, are they any more tiny? And he said no. And he showed a painting how they look. When I see people today saying those Indians, they don't look nothing like those people in the painting. Not that I'm dissing them. They are mixed breed of people. All they got about 10 different things in them. You could have. I've seen Puerto Rican. They don't want to be. They don't want nobody to say they black. Um, One thing about Cardi B, she'll tell you. And there's another girl. I think she's Dominican. She said, "I'm black." And some people don't want to be accepted because they'll try to say we see how black people get treated in America. No, it's not that. Y'all just don't want to be like them, like knowing they are related to you. How you think all these black people got in this country? They was born here. And when they said they was already here, I'm going to say where? I'm not being racist. I'm just telling the truth. I get tired of people saying that. Like the girl, I forgot her name. I don't even look at her channel when she was trying to say that an Indian is a person of Chinese and white mix. That's why he got that straight hair. All Indians don't have straight hair. Some Indians got long, coarse, thick hair. Those are when they say, oh, those are black Indians. There ain't no such thing as a black Indian. That's something that Europeans made up and y'all went right along with the program. That's why the girls are, oh, a black Indian. I'd be like, I'm not No offense to nobody, I'm just being real. Like when they said, "Oh, about time it's a black Indian," I'm like, "Where they at?" I'm looking around, show them to me. And this girl even said, "You can look at Red Hawk face and see where he is. Y'all want me to talk like they do on television, and that's not how Indians talk. That's a bunch of pack of lies. My name Ronnie. We go get cheap. Indians don't talk like that. That's Hollywood making them look. They trying to make the Indian look dumb and retarded, and that's not even true. Indian, everything that you see in America, they got it from the military. Got their military tactics from the Indians. When the Indians used to go out in the woods and hunt, they would go in formation. You know, like one to be in the front, another one being back, and four of them be lined up holding on one another's shoulder, so they got each other's back. And when you see the cops go after a dangerous person, don't they do the same thing? They get in formation. That's what an Indian do. So I'm not trying to bust nobody's bubble, hurt them, their feelings. I'm just saying that's why people be run off and saying I'm tired. You know, I'd be like, I don't say no. Because if you tell a person he not who he said, they gonna get upset. And I don't even think nobody speak the Taino language, because that language was lost with those natives. But y'all gotta stop that. Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans, all of y'all are our brothers and sisters, because y'all share the same DNA. What happened, I forgot about that, they took the slaves, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuban, no matter what they call you, you still got black in you from all those places. But they took y'all from different places. That's what I'm trying to say. And look the word up. The word Taino is not a word. That's a Spanish word. The original word is Taino. That's the, and there wasn't no woman. It was a man tribe. I'm gonna get the information for the other one and let y'all know. I'm talking about. I'm not trying to be mean or hurt people. Sometimes a person will, if a person come and tell you a lie, you will believe that lie for you with the truth. It's slapping you right in your face or staring at you in the face, and you won't see it. Y'all used to hearing a lie so much, everything that come out of a person's mouth, y'all believe it. Oh, that man told me he could save my soul. I said, no, you can't. You just a mere mortal with a Bible in your hand and can't save my soul. Only Jesus Christ or God can do that, not you. Well, I'm just a little pissed off about things I be hearing. And since I've been here, I've been discriminated against other ethnic people that's not even white. And I don't know why. When I worked at Foxwood, like before, the Africans that want to work with me, the Jamaicans that want to work with me, and stuff like that. When I worked at Mohegan Sun, they didn't want to work with me. And a white girl told me my friend was Jewish. They don't want to work with you. I said, why? Because you're an Indian. They kept saying all this stuff that wasn't even true. And at Mohegan Sun, they got me fired because they didn't want to be with me. You know, when you work at a place, you can't. If you worked at Mohegan Sun, you can't gamble there. You had to go to Foxwood. I wasn't gambling. One day I was working at Mohegan Sun, and my my wife and son was in a hotel. So they stole our food voucher because at that time Jamie Cummings used to hook us up. We used to go up there for the power commitment. We was up there for 4 nights, and she sent down a lot of food tickets for us to eat because we didn't have, you know, our money wasn't straight. She sent $40 down there at the front desk, and they took our tickets. They tried to pretend nobody came in. I asked Jamie coming. She said, yes, I did. And so when I worked at Mohegan Sun, I had to go in the pool area. They got an indoor swimming pool. So I asked my wife for $13 so I could go get me something to eat. Somebody that snitched on me and said I was in the pool area swimming. I was not swimming. I can't swim there because once you work in some place, they want you. If I worked in Foxwood, I couldn't go to Mohegan Sun and get in their pool because I work at Foxwood. Or like if I want to gamble and I work at Mohegan Sun, I can't gamble there because I'm an employee there. I got to go to Foxwood. I know it sounds kind of awkward and silly, but that's how the rules are. And people should stop hating people because you're a certain person. And that's what they do. I even heard the Dominican guy say, I don't make black babies. I looked at what the hell you think you is. You can't sugarcoat, you can't hide your face. Unless you got a lot of money, you make yourself look like a white person. I see a lot of y'all like to do that, and it's not cool at all. So that's all I wanted to say. And I hope everybody have a blessed evening and a good night. Aho, Danada, Wado. That means take care and have a blessed evening. So I'll talk to y'all later. I wish everybody have a nice new year and everything before they, the new year come in. I think I told y'all enough about Thanksgiving. Why they wait once a year to do that? You can give thanks every day, not no once a year. That's somebody dictating your life to. I used to do that. I used to like set Christmas until I found out when you put things under the Christmas tree, you bow into a tree. That's why they have silver and gold on that represents money. That's another thing I forgot to say. So I'll talk to y'all later. Wado again. See you later.